Pittsburgh Steelers in 2019. Will Selva is out in the newsroom in Culver City this morning with the latest on Ben Roethlisberger and all things Steelers.
Absolutely, Kay. And guys, the last time the Steelers did not have Roethlisberger for 10-plus games was 2003. Tommy Maddox was the quarterback, and Pittsburgh went 6-10. The Steelers will now turn to Mason Rudolph. More on him in a second. As for Big Ben, he will undergo season-ending surgery for his elbow injury. He insists his career isn't over and fully intends on honoring his contract with the team after signing a 3-year extension this past offseason. As for Rudolph, head coach Mike Tomlin expressing his full confidence in his second-year signal caller.
We're excited about this opportunity for Mason, and we're looking forward to rallying around him and watching him meet the standard of expectation, to be quite honest with you. He did some really good things for us in the game on Sunday, but over the long haul, as we continue to go through this thing, he'll have an opportunity to show you the steps that we expect second-year men to take.
Another quarterback heading for the operating table is Drew Brees. NFL Network's Tom Pelissero reporting Brees will have surgery to repair a torn ligament on his throwing thumb in Los Angeles. The procedure will be done by the Rams hand specialist, Dr. Stephen Shin. Brees' recovery is expected to take 6 to 8 weeks. Another QB, Sam Darnold, on the shelf with mononucleosis, diagnosed last week, says he feels better, and the goal is to return week 5 against the Eagles. Darnold can attend team meetings, but still can't participate in any physical activities. Luke Falk will be the starter until he returns. Now, Darnold saying when he watched Trevor Siemian get hurt on Monday night, he, quote, started screaming into a pillow and punching the pillow as hard as he could. That from Sam Darnold, clearly itching to get on the field, as it's going to be Luke Falk once again until Darnold is healthy enough to return.
Peter, I can't imagine not being able to be with your team through all of this strife.
No, and I think he's going to be in the facility soon enough. But watching that Monday night game with your parents while the third-string quarterback is struggling to convert a first down, knowing what Darnold wants and was hoping for this season, I can only imagine the frustration.
We appreciate you, Will. We'll talk to you in a bit. Let's talk Jacksonville here. They've got a big game, Thursday Night Football on NFL Network, and it's been a rough couple of weeks to start the season for Jacksonville. Nick Foles breaking his collarbone back in week 1, then Nate, their star corner, in week 2, getting into a confrontation with their head coach that you pointed out on Monday. It's the thing that you came into the show from Sunday and said, we need to talk about what happened on the sideline.
No doubt.
And it all, of course, led to a trade request from Ramsey. So Tiffany Blackman has more right now on Jacksonville as they're getting set for TNF.
Hey, despite a trade request, Jalen Ramsey was on the practice field for the Jags on Tuesday. But prior to hitting the field, he did hold a press conference to address that trade request. And he also said that he's excited for Thursday night's game if he's still here. Now, Sunday's incident with Coach Doug Marrone on the sidelines is not the first time that Ramsey has been vocal about issues he's unhappy with, like his contract or how he's being used in the defense. And on Tuesday, he addressed his current state with the Jags.
A lot going on in the media these past couple of days, a lot of speculation, and nobody's really heard from me. On Sunday after the game, I was told I didn't have to talk. That's why I didn't talk. It wasn't like nothing against y'all. But yeah, I wanted to talk as soon as I could today, just because I don't really want it to be a distraction for my teammates getting ready for a game on Thursday. And right now, I'm still a part of the Jacksonville Jaguars, and I'm happy about that. And I'm getting ready for the game as well. And that's what my focus is right now.
We also heard from defensive coordinator Todd Wash, who said, selfishly, I want Jalen to be a Jag forever. He also said that a lot gets misconstrued with Jalen. He called him a competitor that wants to win. Okay?
Excellent work from Tiffany Blackman there. Thursday Night Football is tomorrow. Of course, it's time for another round of more or less. That's right, Nate. It's very simple. There's one that says more, and there's one that says less. I don't know how you're going to doctor this to suit your needs and your extracurriculars. But I ask you, after hearing Ramsey demand his trade, or ask for a trade, rather, on Monday night, they play the Titans Thursday Night Football right here on NFL Network. Will he play more or less than one more game in this Jacksonville uniform?
Ooh, I'm going to go more.
because he's a football player first. Even when you listen to him talk, you can tell that he wants to be on the field. So I will reemphasize that. Jalen Ramsey is a football player first, a disgruntled employee second. And because that's the case, he's going to line up for the Jags.
I'm going to say more, but for maybe a different reason than Nate. I don't think the trade market is exactly advantageous for the Jaguars at this moment with Jalen Ramsey. Jalen Ramsey wants to be higher paid. He wants to get that Brinks truck money. So no matter where he goes, I would assume he would want a new contract with that, similar to what Khalil Mack got last year when he was traded from Oakland to Chicago and signed that mega deal. So I'm going to say more games. I think that any talk of 2 first-round picks and a new contract is a bounty of stuff to give up mid-season. So I'm going to say more. I don't think the trade market is going to be lighting it up unless everyone lowers their standards.
I'm going to say more, and it's a big more. It's a lot more. Jacksonville's not stupid. This is their best player on their team. It's one of the best players they've ever had. Unless Peter is right and they come with some ridiculous trade-off, they're not trading him. And let's not forget, there's a difference between requesting a trade and demanding a trade. He has requested one, to which, guys, in this modern era, it's okay to say, no, we're not trading you. I don't care what you do. You're playing on the Jags. You're our best player. Sorry, a lot more.
I'm really excited about this game because we're looking at this division, a rough start, like I said, for Jacksonville Shrigs, but this whole division has faced a lot of adversity so far this season. Andrew Luck retires. The Texans can't seem to get it going. So if they can pull off a win over the Titans tomorrow, they're in a murky division. You can't just ship off your best player.
No, as always, the AFC South is the most unpredictable thing week to week. Last week, the Titans, after blowing out the Browns, lose at home to Jacoby Brissett and the Colts. You can't predict any of these things. So, of course, as long as they're within a couple games, they're still relevant.
I think I can predict what Kyle's going to say. Madam Adams, what is the best game of the week?
Tell me. I think it's going to be Thursday nights, tomorrow night, Jacksonville Titans.
On Sunday, what's the best game of the week?
Lamar versus Mahomes.
There we go. That's my boy. Yes, it's a packed slate. That should be the game of the week. It is the Ravens taking on the Chiefs. They're going to be in Kansas City. Both QBs off to ridiculous hot starts this season.
Yeah.
So the question is, Shrags, Mahomes will be more or less of a game changer than Lamar Jackson week 3.
Oh, in this particular game, I'm going to say more. I think Lamar Jackson has been unbelievable, and you could argue he's the MVP 2 weeks through the season as opposed to Mahomes. But Mahomes put on a show last week, too, and no one has been able to solve this Ravens defense. The Dolphins couldn't do anything. Kyler Murray and the Cardinals could not score in the red zone. I think Mahomes, after last year being stifled by that Ravens D and having a hard time until the final minutes when he made it go, I think Mahomes and Andy Reid have a plan in store. I love Wink Martindale's defense. I think the Ravens are going to bring it. But I think Mahomes, at home, with all they've got going on, I think Mahomes is the bigger game changer than Lamar in this one.
All right, I'm going to go with less.
You're on Lamar?
Yes, I am. I'm going with Lamar simply for the fact that we've seen prolific passers in this league, and I know that Mahomes is a prolific passer, but we haven't seen guys like Lamar Jackson. And LESS for me is an acronym, LESS. That's Lamar's extreme skill set. And,
Nice.
and when it comes to everything that he brings to the table,
That's okay.
it's the fact that we haven't seen this type of dynamic athleticism at the quarterback position more than 5 times in NFL history. So for that reason, we're going to see him throw passes in the air, attack that defense, and then he also is going to use those legs.
Okay. I mean, I look at Lamar and I think he moves openly reminds me of Elway. But I'm going to go, listen, Lamar, what he's doing here, this is your classic step up in weight class, all right? You threw your weight around against the Dolphins. That's nice. You beat a rookie quarterback, Kyler Murray. This is the super heavyweight division, my friend. Be very careful. It takes one right hand. And there was something that Mahomes said yesterday. He said it to the Kansas City Star. He was being asked about Mecole Hardman, and he said, I need him to just go a little faster. Apparently, Mecole was selling a route a little much, and they weren't on the same page. He's like, just run fast. I'll get you the ball. That is some sort of twinkle in the eye, shoulder shrug, MVP stuff. I think Mahomes is ready for this one. I think this could be a little Rucker Park chain net type action. But I think Mahomes has the advantage.
I love that, and I just think it was a trick question because both are awesome. The Sunday night game will be sick as well. NFC champions, the Rams taking on a Browns team coming off a primetime win. Both offenses have shown flashes. I haven't seen either at their full potential. So much talent on both sides. So do you trust that the Rams offense will be better, or do you trust them more or less than the Browns offense, rather? Triggs.
I'm going to go more Sean McVay, and I've watched that Rams-Saints game. They didn't look unimpressive. They took the foot off the pedal the last quarter. The Rams could have put up more points. I'm going to say more. They're coming in. I know they struggle on Sunday nights, but I think them as opposed to the Browns, who are still kind of figuring it out, I think.
Yeah, I'm going with more. I trust McVay more than I trust
trust Freddie Kitchens, so I'm going more.
I will go more for the trust. However, I will say for the fear, just be careful. The Browns have some very emotional players, Odell, Baker, and when those emotions are up and they're feeling themselves and Odell's streaking down the field at MetLife and Baker's running after him, confidence is a dangerous thing with this Browns offense. I think they will put on a show.
It'll be a show on Sunday Night Football. Week 3 is almost underway. It kicks off, of course, on Thursday Night Football. Jaguars and Titans. And by the way, we'll have a lot going on in the show today. We have guests, we've got segments, lots of fun, and